There are a few cases where the crime and the punishment seem so much at odds as the case of Caleb O'Connor. He's been sentenced to 4 years in jail, but his victim says the justice system has let her down.
He should have got the absolute maximum for what he did. Not only did he rape me, he kept me hostage.
Caleb, Ben McCormack from Channel 9. Do you think you're lucky that you're not in jail?
It's disgusting to think that, yet again, I have been absolutely let down by our legal system.
Can you understand why Annie's so upset, considering what you did to her, raping her like an animal?
I don't see how anyone could think that justice has been done when it's been anything but justice for me.
Caleb O'Connor is a monster, a convicted rapist who twice tried to choke his girlfriend, Annie Flynn.
How close did he come to killing you?
I don't think he could have gotten any closer.
What sort of person is he?
A psychopath. He's a convicted rapist. He's a danger to society.
For the past year, a court has allowed Caleb O'Connor to spend his life out of jail as a free man. Today, he's finally facing sentencing for his crimes.
Do you deserve to go to jail, Caleb?
But just wait till you hear what the judge gives him.
It's outrageous, it's disgusting, an absolute insult to me. He just jumped on top of me, just started to choke me. Full force, around my neck, squeezing, and it just got tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter.
Earlier this year, Annie Flynn contacted A Current Affair after she found out Judge Andrew Hasler had allowed Caleb O'Connor to walk free on bail, despite being convicted of violently attacking her one night after the pair had been out.
Did you think he was going to kill you?
Yeah, there's no doubt in my mind at all.
For the next 8 hours, O'Connor held Annie captive, trying again to choke her.
Grabbed me by my throat, picked me up by my throat, off the ground, and he said to me, I should have killed you the first time. And he pushed us both onto the lounge, and he said to me, keep your eyes open while you take your last breath and die, you bitch, and he was laughing. And that's the last thing I remember.
You blacked out?
Yep, I lost all consciousness.
O'Connor dragged an unconscious Annie upstairs to the bedroom, tied her up, stuck a sock in her mouth and raped her.
The only thing I could think of was never ever being able to see my daughter again. All I could see was her pretty little face.
The case went to court and O'Connor was convicted of 2 counts of attempted choking and 1 count of aggravated sexual assault. He was sent to prison to await sentencing, and it's then that this story took an interesting twist.
While in prison, O'Connor was attacked, hit over the head by another prisoner with a sandwich maker. He would spend the next 2 months in the Westmead Brain Injury Clinic before being transferred to a prison hospital. Then the court did something extraordinary. It decided to let him out so he could get better.
I thought, are you kidding me? What loophole is there in the system that allows this to happen?
A doctor told the court, I can confirm that Mr O'Connor would benefit from receiving rehabilitation treatment outside the jail system as opposed to receiving treatment inside the jail. So for the past 12 months, this violent rapist has been living a normal life. Just take a look at what he's been up to. Here he is with his children. Here he is going out to dinner. Here he is riding his motorbike. And here he is at the gym, lifting 130 kilos worth of weight. Not bad for someone with a severe brain injury. In court, Judge Andrew Hasler was at pains to explain his decision to let O'Connor out, saying it was in O'Connor's and the community's interests for him to be rehabilitated. This surveillance footage, filmed by Channel 9, was played to the court. It shows O'Connor with a supposed severe brain injury riding his motorbike. But when the judge watched it, he said he was comforted in the knowledge that he allowed O'Connor out into the community to recover from his injuries.
Did the worst, the most horrific and horrendous crime on me. So why are we focusing so much on the assault that happened to him when really, he's not the victim here?
Do you think you're lucky that you're not in jail? For someone with a severe brain injury, you seem to be living a pretty good life. Can you understand why Annie's so upset, considering what you did to her, Raping her like an animal? Anything at all to say to Annie? Are you sorry for what you did? So after enjoying a year of freedom, Caleb O'Connor has finally turned up for sentencing. So what does Judge Hasler give him? Well, first consider this. O'Connor has shown little remorse and now denies that he's done anything wrong. He also has an extensive criminal history. In fact, at the time he attacked Annie, he was on bail for 2 serious traffic offences.
The 2 counts of attempted choking carry a maximum of 25 years each. The sexual assault charge carries a maximum of 20 years with a standard non-parole period of 10 years. So what does he get? 9 years with a minimum of just 4. With time already served, Caleb O'Connor will be out on the street again in 2 years.
It's a joke, it's outrageous, and it's just, it's a bit of a slap on the wrist really that, you rape someone and torture them and nearly take their life from underneath them and, you get 4 years.
Judge Hasler said the penalty would have been much more severe had O'Connor not been bashed in prison.
He is not getting sentenced for what happened to him. The judge is focusing and emphasising so much on the fact that he, poor him, he's been smacked over the head with a sandwich press and, how horrific for him. And, should that take away from what he did to me?
The judge also said Caleb O'Connor is a changed person since the assault and is less likely to re-offend.
A leopard never ever changes their spots as far as I'm concerned, and no one, no doctor, no judge, no one will ever convince me any different that he's a different person, because I know the real him and it's evil. I didn't expect him to get, some outrageous 50 years or life in prison. I expected him to get a sentence that was fair for what he did to me, and there is no way that 4 years is fair when nearly 3 years after the crime I'm still picking up the pieces to my life.
It's crazy. Yet another ridiculous example of how out of touch the system is with the community. And the Director of Public Prosecutions is considering whether to appeal the leniency of the sentence.